He was trying to scare off a couple of black widow spiders in his home, and he was using a blowtorch.
There comes a time in every man's life when you realize what you're doing is probably stupid. Or, if you're like me, you don't realize it was stupid at all until somebody else explains it to you later. And that seems to be the case with this gentleman here just north of me in California. I hope to God that I had no influence on his decision making. But sir, Mr. Fresno spider killing man, I apologize ahead of time. This is not an admission of guilt or responsibility from a legal standpoint. I have been tagged more than 100 times in the news article about the gentleman who used a blowtorch to try and kill some black widows. That comes less than a month, several weeks, 2 weeks maybe, after a video I made of doing just that. And the video got, 500,000 views, I think 600,000 views. Percentage-wise of chance...
Can you give me a number crunch real quick?
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm coming up with 32.33, repeating, of course.
There's a chance that gentleman watched my video and was inspired. If you are somebody like that, I would say that do that at your own risk. I think the biggest difference between him and I didn't do it at home. I did it at a warehouse. Way different. There's a lot less flammable. No, there's the same amount of flammable. There's tons of gas in the car that I'm lighting on fire. I am making light of the gentleman's situation. He wasn't killed, and thank God nobody was hurt. But great reward does not come without great risk, and in this case...
These crews still have their hands full at the moment. They tell us that the flames tore through the attic and the second story about an hour ago. The good news is...
he did a phenomenal job at finishing what I started. In fact, my WD-40 thing did work for the most part, but I got lazy because I wanted to edit the video and get it out that night. I was greeted the next morning with one last survivor. Of course, that spider met an ugly fate with the same way that the gentleman did, in fact, remove his, except I didn't catch this whole place on fire and get the rest of them. They're here. They're all here. They're somewhere. I keep seeing them just outside. I keep seeing the surface-to-ground missile-type webs. Black widows are very popular out here in California, and that is something that's going to take some time to get used to. But I would strongly recommend separating fact from fiction, and while my life really did include me lighting them on fire, bear in mind that that was for the sake of entertainment. While the stunt behind me might have been a little bit of movie magic and heat management, heat shielding, my channel very much was not that. I legitimately, what you saw on camera was exactly what I was doing, and I think that's where the risk came from. There are a lot of easier ways to get rid of black widows, albeit not as fun. If you've been following me on Instagram, you'll see that I did, in fact, reshare stories of people doing just this, blowtorches to spider webs and so on. A lot more gruesome than the video I would ever make. I don't know if the guy that lit his house on fire was a person filming that, or if he was doing it for the gram. Who knows? They often say that if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. As for the guy in Fresno, you made quite the statement, not only to us humans, but to every black widow out there whose spine shivers when they think of a guy with a blowtorch willing to risk it all just to see them burn. My hat's off to you, sir. For those of you wondering, I'm clearly using some sort of heat management piece. But I was just straight up putting the torch on the body of the car. It just was being protected by this beautiful piece of shielding right here. Something that PTP Turbo Blanket sent me forever ago, and I found the perfect use for it. If you thought the video was over, you are wrong. The whole Black Widow video series made a lot of the four-rotor development possible. Coming up is a slew of daily videos as I've been continuing to do this. Now, I did, in fact, destroy my laptop on accident, tripping on it, so I can't edit videos on the fly, but I will have a daily video set up. I will find one way or another to keep you guys entertained, as you guys have been a loyal fan base and audience this far. So hang on, hang tight. This is a very wild ride. The next couple days, I will not be able to work on the four-rotor. That is probably the biggest heartbreak that I have right now because I'm on such a heater. And you know, just like what they say in Hangover, you never leave when you're on a heater. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to Vegas on a heater. I have some fun events coming up with both Ford, Dodge, as well as all of SEMA. I will meet a lot of you. I will see a lot of you there. My voice will be completely hoarse because I will be talking the whole time and telling fun stories until you guys are bored and you're trying to leave me and I'm still like, wait, no, stay, I gotta tell you more stories. That's just how I am. No, it's not. That's not even remotely how I am. With the 4-rotor coming to life, as you've seen the build video series made possible by the Patreon users, all you public guys get the benefit of that because of all those private groups of people that get those videos first. If it wasn't for them, nobody would get the fun stuff. That said, the 4-rotor is on an absolute crazy train, and just like Ozzy Osbourne said, that crazy train has no brakes. Or he says, paraphrase, something like that. The brake lines are not ran in that car, so there are no brakes on that crazy train. And that is correct. From here on out, it is just a shit show of constant updates. One of the most common questions asked are, when's it going to be finished? And yeah, you can give the kind of half-assed answer of, oh, the project car's never finished, oh my god, haha, tee. While that is true, the fact is I have very clear phases. I have very clear milestones that the car will run at those times, and we'll take it a notch further. Break something or finish something a notch further. What do I mean? For example, the whole body is going to be carbon fiber. It is not carbon fiber right now. It's a mixture of tons of Bondo, metal, and probably a little bit of semen. All of those things together, hidden underneath a beautiful satin dark gray color, make a beautiful looking car. That will not be the case for long. But I'm not going to wait until body panels are made to say the car's finished. That's refinement. That's re-innovating. That's a reiteration of the car. When you see a drivetrain burning out, you know that I think that thing's finished. I got into an argument with one of my friends about whether or not the car needed a floor pan to do the burnout. I think you guys know which side I took. Still gonna do it. I don't care. That's like the Canadian guy. I'm still gonna send it. I know that's long played out. That's the emotion. That's the spirit that I'm feeling here. I'm channeling a little bit of snowmobile action. At this rate, with all these videos coming out daily, it more or less perpetuates itself, that I finally got that tipping point that the rock starts rolling down the hill and whatever shitty old person meme saying that I'm going with right there. It's picking up speed. I have so many different collaborations and friends being part of this. These are favors that I'm calling on and friends that just want to be part of something big. And with that comes the channel growth and, of course, more success. You know what that means, though. You know I don't give a shit about the money. All I'm doing is simply doing things that enable me to do this more. That's all I want. I don't care. I can live in a warehouse. I can eat ramen, too much sodium, but I can eat tuna, not too much mercury, but I can eat a combination of ramen and tuna and just work. I love what my life is like right now. It's an absolute rush. It is a drug, and I am happy. I feel good. I feel like I'm a contributing member of society. Not only am I bringing a car to life that hasn't existed, but I'm sharing a lot of engineering things as I learn them too. I appreciate all the words of encouragement, and it is continually time to deliver what I promised 2 years ago. You see it happening already. The